So I know it was a tough weekend down in Tucson, but speaking of offense at least, there were some stretches in there. You're able to get the bat on the ball, able to put it in play, and able to get basers around, runners around.
Yeah, exactly. I think our long ball came awake there. We hit more home runs than they did, which was amazing to me. I didn't think that would happen, and especially to come back from being down I think 2 or 3 times in that last game, and eventually winning with the home run and then hanging on was great.
It's free for all.
It's not the outcome in 2 of those 3 games that you wanted, but did you see progress? Were you, I guess, in a way pleased with how the weekend went?
Yeah, I think over the last 3 weeks, obviously we've lost 3 series, but I think we've played well at times in each one of them. We haven't had a whole lot of luck, to tell you the truth, but we also haven't made our own luck, and so that's been the learning experience. For example, on Friday night, 2-0 game, we really had a good chance to tie it up in the 6th, and I think we could have gone on to win that game, but it just didn't happen that way. The good news was we kept our heads about us, and we continued to battle and worked really hard, and eventually came out a winner on Sunday.
What do you make of this Oregon State club? They've kind of been all over the place this year, and the run ruling UCLA too.
Well, exactly. They've really been, kind of like on 1 minute and off another, and they're very talented. They have some very good pitching, a mixture. They have a left-hander that spins it pretty good up, and they have a couple of kids that throw really hard, and they've got some veterans on there. Natalie Hampton can certainly hit, Alicia Everett, Areola at the top. They've got a good mix of speed and power. And just like they showed against UCLA, I mean, I think it was 8-0. They beat them, so that was a pretty good result for them. So we're definitely looking at a tough series this weekend.
They said a week or so ago when we were up there that they're playing for their postseason lives, and they see the end goal in sight. They say they're working towards it, and they like the progress they're making. I expect that this is going to be an Oregon State team that goes in there, absolutely nothing to lose, playing with house money. How dangerous is that kind of team?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they have a lot to play for, but we have a lot to play for too, and that's what we talked about. Even though we'd lost a couple of series, and the first 2 games of the Arizona series, so what do we have to play for? Obviously, that top 8 berth, that's what we're playing for. So, whether it's playing for your postseason life or playing for a home field advantage, there's still a lot for each one of us to play for, and we even have an outside shot at the championship. So you never know what's going to happen. Big series between Arizona, UCLA. But going back to the Beavers, that's always just a good series just by itself. It doesn't matter how how Oregon State's been doing throughout the year. It's always going to be a tough battle.
Your record as it stands now, if somebody told you prior to the season you'd be where you're at right now, do you think you would have been overjoyed with that, underwhelmed by that, given the youth? And
Oh, I think you'd have to be pretty happy because, like I said, it was like a box of chocolates at the start of the year. I didn't quite know what we're going to get. We got 2 freshman pitchers. We got a sophomore, pitching staff. So it was very, very young, and obviously this game's still about pitching, and they've done well to date. And of course, Megan Kleiss right now is really doing very, very well. I think that our heading is starting to get better as we're going along right now. I think that Nikki Udria, Gwen Savekis, Mac, Mikado are really doing a good job at the top of the order. So it's just a matter where we can string it all together and get hot at the right time.
In your experience, how different is the Civil War series given that it is an in-state rivalry series?
How different is it? Well, it's it's that bragging rights. You know how it is. It's always, I think that there's the Washington or Oregon State. I mean, I'm the same way. I'm a football fan. I love going to those games, and I love to beat the Beavers. I love to beat the Huskies. So it's the same thing here. We just we want to really go out and have a good performance against Oregon State, and especially at home.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you.